Have you ever felt like no matter how much your salary increases, your wallet still feels empty? Or maybe every end of the month, you're just counting coins, waiting for payday like it's the only thing keeping you alive? Let me tell you something, it's not your income that's the problem. It's your expenses. More specifically, the sneaky expenses you don't even realize you're making. Today, I'm going to break down 3 types of spending that silently destroy your finances. And no, this isn't the same boring advice you've already heard 100 times. Let's dive in. First up, emotional spending. You know that moment when you're tired, stressed, or just in a bad mood, and suddenly you find yourself checking out that online shopping cart? Maybe you weren't even planning to buy anything, but there you go. Or maybe you're too lazy to cook, so you order an overpriced meal because, hey, you deserve it. That's emotional spending, money spent not out of need, but out of feelings. What makes this dangerous is that it's rarely a huge one-time purchase. It's the little leaks, small buys here and there that add up and drain your account before you even realize it. Here's how it usually plays out. You're burned out from work, scrolling TikTok to unwind, and suddenly you see someone unboxing a cute gadget. Instantly, your brain goes, I want that too. You click the link, land on an e-commerce app, and boom, 3 days later, a package arrives. The worst part? That burst of happiness you were chasing is gone even before the delivery guy rings your doorbell. Why? Because it was never about the item, it was about the dopamine rush. Psychology tells us that impulsive buying releases dopamine, the happy hormone. But like junk food or late night snacking, the effect is temporary. And guess what? Companies know this. E-commerce platforms are designed to trap you. They send push notifications about flash sales, slap giant buy now buttons in your face, and even tempt you with pay later options so you don't feel the hit immediately. But let's be real, later never feels easier. That's why many of us feel broke, not because our income is small, but because money keeps slipping away into things that don't really matter. Daily expensive coffee runs, food deliveries 3 times a week, or paying for premium memberships just to get free shipping while buying random stuff. That's all emotional spending. So how do you fight back? Step 1, recognize the pattern. Every time you're about to buy something, pause and ask yourself, do I actually need this? Or am I just tired and looking for quick comfort? If it's the latter, walk away. Step 2, use the 3-day rule. Personally, I add items to my wish list and wait 3 days. Most of the time, the urge fades and I realize I didn't need it in the first place. Step 3, find healthier outlets for your emotions. Instead of spending money, try light exercise, journaling, venting to a friend, or simply sleeping. Seriously, sleep is one of the most underrated stress relievers, and it's free. Now, let's talk about the second type of leak, the forever expenses. These are subscriptions and auto debits that you've forgotten about, but keep paying for month after month. Think Spotify, Netflix, Google Drive, iCloud, Canva, Skillshare, or even meditation apps you uninstalled 3 months ago. Why do I call them forever expenses? Because they feel endless. They keep draining your money even when you're not using them. And because the amounts are small, like $5, $10, or $15, you convince yourself it's not a big deal. But add them all up, and suddenly you're losing $50 to $100 every single month on stuff you don't even touch. Why does this happen? 3 reasons. 1, auto debit makes it easy to sign up, but annoyingly hard to cancel. You have to dig through emails, log into accounts you barely remember, and sometimes even reset old passwords. 2, the sunk cost fallacy. You think, well, I already paid for 6 months, so I might as well keep it, even if you haven't used it in ages. And 3, wishful thinking. You keep telling yourself, I'll start watching documentaries again next month, or I'll get back to blogging soon. But let's be honest, most of the time you won't. So here's the fix. Step 1. Review your last 30 days of bank transactions. Highlight every auto debit. Ask yourself, when's the last time I actually used this? Does it still bring value? If not, cancel. Step 2. Downgrade or share plans. For example, switch to a family plan with friends for Spotify or Netflix, or move to free versions of apps that cover your basic needs. Remember, a cheap subscription you never use is still more expensive than a pricey one you actually maximize. Finally, the third money leak, prestige spending. This one's all about image. Buying the newest phone, even though your old one works fine. Hanging out at trendy cafes every weekend just for the Instagram stories. Booking fancy hotels for staycations where you just end up scrolling your phone in bed. Or buying designer clothes, not because you love them, but because you want to be seen as successful. This is dangerous because it leads to lifestyle inflation. The moment your income rises, instead of saving or investing, your expenses rise to match it. You used to ride a motorbike, now you feel like you should get a car. You used to eat street food, now it has to be brunch in a stylish cafe. You used to have a mid-range phone, now you need the flagship. And the cycle never ends because you're not buying comfort, you're buying validation. The irony? Most people don't even care. You might buy expensive sneakers to impress your friends, but guess what? They're too busy thinking about their own sneakers. So who are you really doing it for? Yourself or strangers watching your story for 15 seconds? That's the trap. To escape it, you need to build identity from values, not possessions. Train yourself to be okay with looking ordinary. Not everything has to be shared online. And before buying, ask, would I still want this if nobody saw it? If the answer is no, then it's just prestige spending. At the end of the day, emotional spending eats away at you quietly. Forever expenses keep you paying for your past, and prestige spending locks you into an endless competition that has no finish line. The goal isn't to be stingy, it's to be free. When you cut these money leaks, you'll be shocked at how much you can save for things that actually matter. Investments, an emergency fund, or even a real vacation you plan for and truly enjoy. So, if this video made you rethink your finances, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend who needs a wake-up call. Hit like, drop a comment about your own money leaks, and don't forget to subscribe. And hey, if you want to support this channel, consider joining the membership. Until next time, take care of your money, and let your money take care of you.